What's up guys, welcome back. In today's video, I'm finally checking something off my to-do list that's been sitting for over a year. I'll be installing the SmartGarage garage door installation kit. So, living in Texas, the summer heat can be absolutely brutal. My garage door is made of metal panels, and when the afternoon sun is hitting it directly, I've measured surface temperatures anywhere between 125 to 130 degrees Fahrenheit. That heat radiates into the garage, bringing temperatures well over 100 degrees during the afternoon and even into the evening. I've tried running fans 24/7, but they only help so much when the garage door itself is acting like a giant heater. So after doing some research, I came across this product, and at the time of this video, it's rated at 4.4 stars with over 75 reviews on Amazon, so it looked promising. In this video, I'll walk you through the unboxing, materials and dimensions, the installation process, some tips I learned along the way, and finally I'll show you the results so you can decide if this installation kit is the right fit for your home gym. Let's get started. The installation kit arrived in a single box. Inside, you'll receive one row of foam insulation, one row of double-sided adhesive tape, a razor knife, a plastic scraper, and a user manual. Let's start with the installation. So the installation row measures approximately 21¼ inches wide and 37 feet long. It's made from polyethylene foam sandwiched between a reflective foil layer on one side and a white protective film on the other. It's just under a 1/4 inch thick, so this is pretty thin material. One thing to note is that one kit is designed for a single car garage door. Now, my garage door has 8 panels, each measuring roughly 46 to 47 inches wide. From one row, I was able to cut enough material for about 9½ panels, so I had a little extra over after finishing the install. Next is the double-sided tape. The tape is 108 feet long, and I had more than enough to complete the entire garage door with plenty left over. The included razor knife is pretty basic. It's a simple plastic handle with a blade inside, and it actually worked well and had no issue cutting through the insulation. As for the scraper, I honestly never used it. I just used my hands to smooth out the insulation as I installed. And lastly, the instruction manual is very straightforward. It breaks the installation into 4 simple steps. Step 1, measure and clean your garage door panel. Step 2, cut the insulation to match the panel size. 3, apply the double-sided adhesive tape. And 4, attach the insulation to the tape. For the first panel, I wiped the surface down with a clean rag and measured it at about 46 inches wide. I then cut a section of insulation to match the panel and started by placing a small piece of double-sided tape in one corner. My thought process was to secure one corner first, then apply the remaining adhesive strips and slowly roll the insulation from right to left across the panel. It actually worked pretty well. However, I did notice the insulation fit very tight between the top and bottom edges of the panel, which didn't leave much room for error. So starting with the second panel, I made a small adjustment that made the installation much easier. I ended up trimming about a 1/4 inch off the height of each piece before installing it. That gave me just enough clearance to position the installation without fighting it or having it bunch up. From there, I used the same process for every panel. I secured one corner first, applied the remaining tape, and slowly rolled the insulation across while smoothing it out with my hands. Now, there are a few wrinkles here and there, but overall, the install came out really clean. And more importantly, my garage door is now insulated. Alright, now for the results. Before installing the installation, I consistently measured surface temperatures between 125 and 130 degrees on my garage door during the heat of the day. After installing the installation, the temperature dropped approximately between 10 to 15 degrees. In my opinion, that's a substantial decrease. The biggest difference I've noticed isn't just the garage door itself, it's the overall feel of the garage. Before, the door would radiate heat into the space, making it feel like I was walking into an oven every evening. Now, the insulation doesn't replace air conditioning, but it does help reduce the heat load inside the garage and makes the space much more enjoyable. As for pricing, at the time of this video, the installation kit sells for around $100 on Amazon. And be sure to check for coupons and discounts, as I was able to purchase mine for about $86. And I'll post a link in the description so you can check current pricing. Overall, I'm really happy with how this project turned out. The installation was straightforward, the materials were pretty good quality, and once I figured out the trick of trimming about a 1/4 inch off each piece, the rest of the install went pretty smoothly. If you have a garage gym like I do, or just simply spend a lot of time working in your garage, I think this is a worthwhile upgrade, especially if you live somewhere with hot summers like Texas. It's a relatively inexpensive project that can make a noticeable difference in comfort. Of course, it's not going to turn your garage into an air-conditioned space, but it does help reduce the radiant heat coming through the garage door, and that's exactly what I was looking for. So if you've been thinking about insulating your garage door, hopefully this video gave you a good idea of what to expect and whether this kit is the right fit for your home gym. If you found this review helpful, don't forget to give it a thumbs up, subscribe if you're new to the channel, and catch me in the comments with any questions. As always, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.